Hey, what's up everybody? Morph here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to exactly initiate or execute or do the Last Rite Cryo Stacker combo Wumbo Jumbo big number damage with Last Rite because she looked so cute. My Last Rite. Okay, let's get into it. First of all, there's going to be a combat demo. I'm going to slow it down a little bit sometimes and do voiceovers to exactly explain what is happening while I'm doing the combo. But first, let's just do a very quick review. I'll try to do this very quick as possible to remind you guys exactly how you play this character. Oh my god, she looks so good. Alright, let's get into it. Operators. That's right. Hey, it's so hard to play this game. This character's too cute. Oh my god. Okay, with the bouncy. Okay, let's go. Um okay, so Last Rite plays by, you guessed it, you need cryo infliction. The more cryo infliction you can stack up on the enemy, the bigger the damage that Last Rite can do, not just for herself, but for the entire team as well. So basically, this is how you play her, alright? Winter's Devourer. It all synergizes with this skill. This will consume all the stacks of cryo infliction that you have on the enemy. When an enemy has 3 or more cryo infliction stacks, this multiplies your damage depending on how many stacks the enemy has. The skill damage of this skill matters with the number of stacks. But not only that, because when you consume cryo infliction, you also give the enemy cryo susceptibility. That is like a debuff on them that they take more cryo damage, right? So those are very two important things to remember: cryo infliction, cryo susceptibility. Okay, but that's not all. There's a lot more to this build than that. So what do you do after you do the Winter's Devourer? More often than not, after you do the full-on combo, once you hit the skill, the enemy is more often than not staggered. So you do one gigantic hit with the combo skill, and then you go in with the finisher skill, which is a massive, big number damage with the finisher skill, especially with the cryo susceptibility on top of that. Not to mention all the other buffs that your teammates does for you, but we'll get to that later. Then, after you do that, you're gonna do your ultimate. That's your bread and butter. So it's gonna be combo skill, finisher, and then bang, ultimate. On top of all of that, the ultimate is also gonna benefit from all the debuffs and buffs that you have. That's why she is probably the best single target burst damage in the game. Very strong character that should not be slept on, and you can't think, oh, she's part of the basic banner. Nah, it doesn't matter. She's gonna be good nonetheless. She ain't gonna be power crept by Yvonne because they're two different characters that play differently. If you enjoy this playstyle, you're gonna still like her later on. With that said, let's take it to the actual demo on how to do this. I just needed to explain to you guys the typical thought process on how to do this. You could do it brokenly. It doesn't need to be that same perfect combo, but that is the optimum one that you're going to want to do at most times. But of course, once you do that first rotation, it's different in game. So here we go. I leave it to my little friend. Alright, I do want to mention that I am pretty low level in this clip right here. I forget to use the skill and I don't get a cryo stack right there. Now I have the skill from Last Rite activated, and you can see Saihi's skill is also activated as well. Here we go, we're gonna get our first stack right here. Bang, one stack. The enemy's about to attack me. Snowshine is gonna block. Blocking, bang, the second cryo stack is there. I decide to heal. Fluorite does her combo skill, which is another cryo stack. I go through the combo again, and Saihi uses her combo skill, which is another cryo stack, and then I use my combo skill right here. Bang.
Guess you've lived long enough.
Alright, this is the perfect example of a not perfect combo, but it still works nonetheless. Here we go, I'm doing my attacks. I forget to hit Last Rite skill yet again, but I do have Saihi skill, which pops her trigger, giving me a cryo stack. The boss already has a cryo stack. Before this, I use Fluorite's ult for another cryo stack, and I use my skill here, and I hit the boss. This time, Fluorite's combo skill just got off of cooldown. I get to use her combo skill. That actually takes the boss out, and then I just add insult to injury right here. Oh my god, this guy got cooked. As you saw, this was a banger combo. I have Last Rite skill activated as well as Saihi skill on me as well. Here's the final strike hitting. I get a cryo stack on the boss. Here's another cryo stack from Saihi. I decide to use Saihi's ultimate because this gives me a lot more damage. It's a damage buff. I go through another cycle, hitting the boss yet again with another cryo stack from my skill, and then I hit the boss before I go for the finisher. Here's the combo skill. Look at that damage. It's massive. Followed up by the finisher for that much damage. 4.7k? Was it 4.5? I don't know. But it was huge. And then to finish it off with the ultimate.
Long enough.
Alright boys, here's the final clip. I hit the boss with my skill, gaining the first cryo stack right there. I have Psyche skill on me right now. I'm about to block it with Snow Shine and hit the boss with Saihi skill, getting 2 stacks of cryo, enabling Fluorite to do her skill for the 3rd stack. I'm going in for my combo for another stack. Quickly interrupted by Fluorite again for a 4th stack. Here's the 5th stack, and Saihi will use her skill, the combo skill, one more time for the 6th cryo stack, and I go in with the combo skill and finish it off with the oh so good scythe wielding ultimate. And like they said, it's good night, Irene. Alright everybody, so that's the video. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I know this character is a little bit, I guess she is kind of hard to use because she is combo dependent, and if you don't hit the combos properly, then she feels kind of weird to play and not too powerful and a little bit annoying, but once you get the hang of it, she is an absolute monster. Plus, she looks so good. Woo! Alright, if you guys like this video, please hit that like and of course, subscribe for more Arknights Endfield and Morph content. That's it. I'll see you all on the next video. Peace!